All right, are we right on there? Okay. I told you about a month ago that when my plants I wouldn't harvest any of these new plants. I wanted to show you a little bit of different kind of plants. This is my lettuce laboratory, you might say. And so the first plant I want to show you is a really old plant. This plant is called, and I'll read it off the label over there, Mervielle Des Quatre Saisons, which means the 4 seasons. It's a very old variety. It's was popular. It got popular in 1885 in Europe. Still very popular. The French call it a brown lettuce. I call it a red lettuce because it's got some red tint to it. So you could question that one way or the other. I haven't tried tasting any of this lettuce yet, but the leaves are very bumpy and crisp. And by the way, when you raise them in these mason jars like I do, you can see you get very clean roots and just like fine hair in a wide mouth quart mason jar, and this little net cup on the bottom, and that's it. And then a little bit of fertilizer, which is not a teaspoon of this little white powder called Maxi Grow, in a gallon of water, and you plant the seeds. 40 days later, you got a plant like this. Now, at 30 days, you can start harvesting them. And I'll show you why. I haven't harvested this one, but I got one here I want to show you. I harvest. It's not a real fancy plant. This is just called Royal Red. It's not that red and it's not that royal, as I said before. And I'm grazing it a little differently. I'm using a puck, but that's just something I'm playing around with. But what I wanted to show you was, I've already harvested this a couple of times. I've taken some leaves off, and they've already grown back. I could probably take a few more off today if I wanted to. Anyway, so I showed you my old one. Now here's one that's a modern plant. I don't know how many years ago this was developed, 20 or so, but it's one of the reddest lettuces you can get. It's called Outredrous, Outredrous. And look at that, the leaves are very bumpy, which means it's got a lot of, in red, got a lot of vitamins, nutrients in it, unlike head lettuce, which I think doesn't have much of anything in it, except water. It's supposed to be very tasty. But the reason for the red lettuce is the darker the lettuce, it's supposed to have more vitamins and antioxidants and all that stuff. Such as like dark grapes are supposed to have more of that in it, the red grapes than the green grapes. Same kind of thing with lettuce, I believe. And lettuce stores all of its energy, most all of it, in its leaves, because you can see it doesn't store much in its roots. Its roots are very tiny, very small filaments like. And this is one of my favorites right now. My go-to plants are called my Merlot and my Buttercrunch, which I've been growing for the last 4.5 years. And I've got a few plants in my other 2 shelf gardens back here. And they are excellent plants. They're a commercial plant because sometimes you might find them in a high-end grocery store. In a lettuce salad, you'll find Buttercrunch and you'll find that Merlot. It's a red lettuce, but not this red. So I will have to eat my experiments. We will, but I'm going to show you a lot of different plants over the next few months. And if you want to see some of my experiments on what kind of lettuce, because you might want to try to grow those. And by the way, I got my lettuce seeds at Baker Street Seeds or rareseeds.com, same place really. If you go to my website, or not my website, my Facebook page, which is, go to the search and type in all little letters on one string, Jerry Brown 830. That's JERRYBROWN 830. That'll take you to my channel. Tap on that, and I've got about 16 or 17 videos. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.